all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Folks, here on Gerald the Boss Man Show, and we're here with the Colgate Raiders head coach, Matt Langel. Coach Langel come off a Patriot League win with his team over Bucknell. Coach, how you doing, man?
We're doing great.
Coach, it's the first time that Colgate's in the tournament since 1996 when I was 9 years old, man. How does that make you feel to get you guys back in that big days after all those years, man?
Yeah, I was a senior in high school, actually, so it's been a long journey for us. We're in our 8th season here in Central New York, but I couldn't be more excited for this group and the guys who have come before them, who have helped build this program into what it was able to accomplish this year.
Yes, indeed. And Coach, did you have a feeling all year long that this team could make this run the way you made this year to get into the big dance, whether it be in spring workout, summertime, fall camp? Did you feel like this team could be special?
To be honest with you, I'd like to say you got a crystal ball and you could say, hey, yeah, we're going to be there dancing in March. But the reality of the situation is we did lose last year in the championship game at Bucknell. And I was very impressed. Our guys were hurt big time, and it wasn't that close to the game. They were fantastic. They had 3 senior guys graduate, but returning a really good roster. And then when we started spring workouts and summer workouts, and we don't have summer school here, so it's interesting that the guys are kind of scattered across the country in their hometowns, in Texas and California and Portugal and New York City and everywhere that the guys were working out, they constantly reflected back to that game and wanting to get back to that moment and wanting to not be away and be home. And so I think that was a big part of their motivation. They obviously accepted coaching. We had a couple new pieces that end up one guy was player of the year in the league, Rapolis Ivanauskas, and the other guy was rookie of the year, Tucker Richardson. And so I did have a feeling that we had the talent and we had the makeup of a group that could make that run, but it's so fragile, college basketball, and being able to position yourself. So I really credit the leadership within the team and the group's determination to kind of make that happen. And we won 8 straight to get ourselves an opportunity to host the tournament throughout, and then we're able to win 3 hard-fought games over the course of 8 or 9 days to secure this bid.
Yeah, like you said, Coach, you had 19 wins last year, CBI first round exit there. But I feel like you said, Coach, it gave you all something to shoot for. 24 wins this year, 8 to get them at home. And this time of year, Coach, having experience and who are not scared of the moment, guys who know your system, know how it felt last year, know they want to have that same feeling again. With that mindset and that goal, that carry out within the tunnel to get to this big dance, I mean, I think that they help your guys pull through. Because Bucknell's been good for years since Coach came back there.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, and I think it was really evident over the course of the tournament. We had different guys step up in each game. Ivanauskas had a huge game. We had Jack Ferguson in the semifinal game against the Naval Academy, came off the bench. He's high school, Indiana schoolboy, just like you would think. Looks like he's 15 years old, but has ice water in his veins. A great 3-point shooter. And then in the championship game, Jordan Burns from San Antonio, Texas, he had a career high, 35 points, and just was on fire. I've scored, made threes, mid-range, got to the rim. The guys were, sometimes in the moment, the moment wins, and guys aren't able to manage their emotions and rise to the occasion. But every one of the tournament games for us, guys stepped up at key moments and made huge defensive plays and got rebounds. And, I think some of that experience of the past and, definitely playing in the postseason last year, albeit the CBI, certainly helps prepare you for those big moments.
And, Coach, the exposure you're getting for Colgate with this tournament win, you guys get going in there and being one-on-one on Selection Sunday coming up here, it has to help you in recruiting. So guys you maybe have been talking to for months here who may be kind of on the fence now may say, hey, they're going to the tournament, 24 wins. I might want to join that squad now and say yes to Colgate now.
I'm going to have to get some of our recruits to call you so you can, that sounded pretty good to me. I might need you to give them that recruiting pitch. No, certainly as a coach, you're always looking forward to try and continue to build your program. And, recruiting is the lifeblood of any program. Obviously, we return, a huge part of our roster this next coming season and have a couple guys sitting out, transfer and due to injury who we really think are going to help us. But certainly, what this group has been able to do and all the records that we've broken, the individual honors that they've earned, certainly hope that helps resonate with young people and prospects to go along with the great education that you get at a prestigious institution like Colgate University.
Yes, indeed. Now, Coach, for my listeners out here who may not know about Colgate and your coaching style, and so tell the listeners here about how your team plays when they watch you. What could they all expect to see from your team?
Yeah, I think for me, one of the things that, I believe in is we're not a system-based team. Like, I don't think that I have all the answers and then I'm going to plug our players into the system. I believe that it is a player's game, the beautiful game of basketball. And our job as coaches is to take the guys that we have and try and formulate a strategy that's going to help them shine. And, so that's how we start, and then from there I think the game is most enjoyable, and the guys that we've recruited agree with me that it's most enjoyable when everybody's involved. So we really like to share the basketball. We have a lot of assists in a game. We assist on over 50% of our field goals, and we like to spread it around, and that means the ball's moving and bodies are moving, and we do shoot a lot of 3-point shots, not just because we run and gun, but We try and take what the defense gives us. So sometimes that's playing inside-out basketball. We've got some pretty good front court guys that we'll throw it into. But we also play a lot of pick and roll and have a spread offense. So I think it's a fun brand of basketball to watch. On the defensive end, we're mostly a man-to-man team, but I think in the NCAA tournament, when you're playing top 25 team like we probably will be, you got to mix it up a little bit and try and keep them on their heels by changing defense. So I think that in the snapshot is what teams will see when they take a look at Colgate.
And coach, at your level, coach, it's very good. It's very good for guys who want to develop as players. You got to take probably a late bloomer that may be when he's a junior or senior will really be what he's going to be for us when his body, his mindset, his game, his weight as well in the weight room. So at your level, coach, can you kind of speak to how you guys have to kind of find a guy who's going to bloom a little bit late? By the time they're a junior and senior, they'll be an all-world player that can carry you to a victory.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, truth be told, I still haven't met a young person who it's been their dream since they were 5 years old to grow up and play Division I college basketball at Colgate University. Everybody grows up wanting to go to Duke and Kansas and Kentucky and UCLA. So, I only say that just to say that the guys who we've had, they've been very appreciative of the opportunity to come here and pursue the great degree that Colgate offers you. But they've also had a chip on their shoulder because they've wanted to be better players and they wanted to prove other people wrong. And so I've been really lucky to have a great coaching staff with me for these 8 years. And they work really hard with our players on development. And so they're really good at what they do, but they also, I got to give credit to the players because, you can be a greatest coach on individual improvement and development, but if the player isn't willing to put in the time and listen and do what the coach asks, then it doesn't work out. So, the players that we've been able to have, some of them, they're not afraid to say it. They didn't have any other Division I offers, and they've turned into all-league players, and everybody who's wanted to go on and be a professional player in our 8 years has been able to do that. So we're really proud of that. We've been able to recruit those type of guys who are, workers more than anything else, and it's certainly been a huge part of our recipe to find success.
And now, Coach, how do you go for is balancing rest versus staying sharp? Is a lot of watching tape of the Patriot League games and kind of doing some self-scouting here, maybe some lifting here and there, getting some shots because you don't really know who you're going to play yet and when you're going to play. So how is that balance you've kind of been doing here the last few days?
Yeah, it's a really good question. So when I was an assistant coach at Temple University, I think, when we were in the Atlantic 10, the A-10 tournament ended on Saturday or Sunday, and then you're right into selection Sunday, and then you're right into your game prep for Thursday or Friday. So, here in the Patriot League, our championship is on Wednesday night, so it's a little bit different. It's also a little bit different in that it's not 3 games in 3 days or 4 games in 4 days, in that you're basically in playoff mode for 10 days from the time the regular season ends. So while we only had to play 3 games, our guys were really using all of their energies to be locked in on the opponent and film study and game preparation and execution and all those things that it took to win the championship. So we would take a few days off for sure. And then we'll, like you said, just we got a couple guys, nicked up a little bit. You got to get healthy. And then we'll get back to some of our skill stuff over the weekend before we find out who we're going to play. And then you've got, 3 or 4 days to get ready for a really good opponent as you strategize and stay sharp as far as how you're going to try and execute a game plan and win the game.
And last one I got for you, one more. Can you talk about the Patriot League? I know we've had it on the Bucknell's coach on our show before. We've also, with our Hawks in Atlanta, Mike Muscala was a former Bucknell guy, but we never had him on another school on. So it was the first time having another school from the Patriot League on our show here in Colgate. So tell us a little bit about the league and how tough it is to play that league during the conference season there.
Yeah, so we're a 10-team league, and obviously it's been a one big conference, but what I'll tell you about the Patriot League is, all of our institutions are academic driven, and the motto of the league is, that they're today's student athletes, but they're tomorrow's leaders, and I think that's true with the military academies, Army and Navy, and great academic institutions. You mentioned Bucknell; they've had a ton of success, and the likes of Colgate, but I think it's an extremely well coached league, and again with the academic rigors and restrictions on some of the recruiting that we're able to do, we get to coach really intelligent young men, but guys who have a lot of other passions too. They're really good students, and they're very well-rounded individuals. But that also means they're great learners, and so they're able to listen to really good coaching that exists in our league, and they're able to execute. So I think you get a really while there's some terrific athletes in our league, I don't want to undersell that. It's really a great execution-based league. There's a lot of intricate offenses and defenses because of the coaching and because of the student athletes.
Well, Coach Langel, I wish you the best of luck in the tournament. I hope to talk to you again after you made some upsets here next week, and we see where you go in that regional round, and we'll see where you go from there, hopefully, Coach. So definitely best of luck to you, man. I'm glad to have you on the show, man. Love to have you on the show again down the road for sure, Coach.
All right, thanks so much. It's great to be on.
Yes, indeed, folks. That's Matt Langel of the Colgate Radio Show on the Bossman Show.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
Suntan City, let yourself shine.
When you're a teen, you finally get to make some of your own decisions. Who are you going to hang out with? What do you want to be? Are you going to glance at that text while driving? Remember, a split second is all it takes for something tragic to happen. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay. Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.